Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, we're going to get our tarot cards to see what messages the divine wants you to receive in this timeless reading. I always, of course, remind you to have a look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign, because by doing that you get more information about what is currently going on in your situation. And as you can see, we are going to be doing things slightly different, okay? We are going to be using our virtual oracle decks, and these are the cards that I have been using for quite some time. And you guys were asking, and finally everything is now ready for you to pre-order or for you to buy. So if you go to my website, you'll be able to see that there is 12 different oracle decks for you to choose from, okay? And not only that, I have created these decks also as virtual decks so that you can receive them instantly. So this is like a digital oracle deck where you can download it, receive it instantly, and you're good to go. You can start playing with the decks, you can start divining for yourself and getting the information that you need. And there is also currently a Kickstarter campaign that I am running for one of the decks, which is the Brutal Truth Oracle deck. And so if you don't want any of the cards for yourself, but you want to support the work that I'm currently doing at the moment, you can go to the Kickstarter campaign and donate just a little bit, because every little helps, okay? So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be using our cards, and we're also going to be getting the messages from our tarot cards as well. So together we're just going to be working and seeing what is currently going on and what messages the divine wants to give you in your situation, because I can see, Capricorn, that there is a lot of anxiety because you are receiving the card from our tarot cards, which is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, as you can see, we have our person. They are there working. They are really there, just really showing up. This feels like you are burning your candles from both ends. There's that feeling of burnt out that is here. There's that feeling of feeling overwhelmed that is here. So what this card is all about is asking you how you can step away from whatever it is that is making you feel like this. Because the more you stay in this type of feeling, the more you just feel worse and worse and worse. You could just be saying to yourself, no, I have to show up, because if I take some time off, if I take that moment to just have some moment alone for self-care, for reset, I'm going to be losing some time. But the divine is saying that, listen, Capricorn, the more you're staying in this energy, you are actually wasting more time than if you are stepping away for a day or even two, just to switch everything off and reset your buttons, okay? So there is just that energy that is here where the divine is asking you to just have a moment of clarity, to just have a moment of self-care. And you're going to have this moment if you are willing to just close everything down and just step away. Because the divine is saying that, look, everything, your pens, your work is all chewed up. You are just like forcing yourself to keep on performing like a monkey. You are not a monkey, you are a divine being. So you are allowing your mind to be that monkey brain. I hope you've read the book, The Monkey Mind. It's really good. So if you haven't read it, I'll recommend it, because by allowing yourself to have the time to walk away, you allow yourself to have clarity, to have epiphany, because in this type of feeling, nothing is going to change other than you're just going to make yourself sick. Okay, I'm hearing for some of you that you're just going to make yourself feel so sick. Why would that happen? Is because it is almost that feeling where your body, where the divine energies have to make you feel physically unwell so that you can go and rest, because you are not allowing yourself that time. So it's almost like your guides, your ancestors have to sort of like intercept. Otherwise, you will just carry on in this energy. So the divine is saying, hey, instead of making yourself feel sick, instead of like losing time, because now you're going to have to be forced to nurture yourself, to love yourself, to stay in bed, to close your mind and to just reset. It is so much easier and it is so much better if you decide to do this yourself, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hop on the computer and we're going to see what messages from our oracle cards that the divine wants to give to you. And this is how I would advise you to use these cards, especially if you're purchasing the virtual decks. So what I do is I grab a dice, or you can just think of a number in your mind. So I'm going to grab a dice and see what is the number that is coming up. Message for Capricorn Divine, please. All right, so we're going to look at 3 different cards. We're going to look at number 5, number 6, and also number 4. All right, so I'm going to go to, let's see. All right, let's use some synchronicities, signs, and magic. Okay, so let's go to number 5 and see what the number 5 card wants to tell you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, there you go. Okay. What were we just talking about? We were talking that energy where you're feeling burnt out, where you're not able to think clearly. And the divine is saying, have that energy of allowing yourself some time so that you can reset. And so now the divine is coming in and confirming this message that I was already telling you, okay? And this message is saying, hey, come over. Just have that moment to meditate, that moment to contemplate, that moment to connect to the divine, so that the divine can soothe you, so that the divine can heal you, so that the divine can give you some answers that you are currently not finding. The answers that you're seeking is elusive because your mind feels like this. You have forgotten that you are connected to something bigger than you. And this is why the divine is saying meditation, contemplation, just going out in nature, stepping away from this energy is really what is recommended for you, okay? So let's have a look to see what the number 6 card wants to tell you. So let's go forward 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Again, same message. What happens when you take that moment to meditate? What happens when you take that moment to contemplate? What happens when you take that moment to just go for a walk, just to close your computer down, close whatever is going on here in your mind? You break this cycle, because this is like almost like a repeating cycle. You think you're going to get different results, but you're not, because if you stay in this energy, how can you get different results? And this is why the divine is saying to you, change the energy and you change the results that you're currently getting. So whatever is happening, the divine is saying, break this cycle, break the cycle of you burning yourself out like this, of you overworking, of you not allowing yourself some time to rest, of you making yourself feel sick because you cannot step away. So whatever is happening, the divine is saying, step away and allow some time and allow some distance between you and this situation that is here, okay? So next, what we're going to do, you also received the number 4. So we're going to go number 4 forward, okay? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So you are receiving the card, which is saying to you that a dream without a plan is just a wish. Okay, so maybe some of you are trying to work on your plans currently, okay? So maybe some of you are trying to maybe get a loan for a business. You're trying to get some money, some funding, whatever it is that you're trying to get. You are doing the hard work. The divine can see that you're trying to plan and everything else. That is good, because you have already realized that a dream without a plan is just a wish. But the divine is coming in and saying that, hey, you are forgetting me. You are forgetting the divine, the cosmic mind in this planning that you're currently doing. So some of you are in the energy of planning. Some of you are in the energy of really trying to create something. And the divine is saying that is really good. But now the problem is that you are just in your mental mind. You're just overworking within your mind. And so the divine wants you to step out of your mind. And in stepping out of your mind, you allow the divine to step in. Because even the card that you are receiving is a major arcana card of the Hierophant. Okay. And the Hierophant is that energy where you are connecting to someone who is more knowledgeable in an area than you. Okay. So for some of you, you are trying to create something, Maybe it is a business plan. Maybe you are working on your goals. Maybe you are working on something at work that needs to be handed in quite quickly. Whatever it is that you're working on currently that has you feeling like this, the divine is saying that as you're stepping away from this energy, not only are some of you going and getting the help that you need from someone who is more knowledgeable than you, okay, some of you are going and connecting to the divine, because the Hierophant, as you can see, is that priest, is that divine connection between you. This is why the Hierophant always stands between two pillars, okay, because he's connected to the greater mind. But the divine is saying not only is the Hierophant connected to the greater mind, the Hierophant actually reminds you that you are yourself connected, because after you've been to the Hierophant, you have to be able to walk on the path of that connection. The Hierophant gives you the keys, and you have to go and do the actual walking, the actual work. So for some of you, you are going and getting the keys from someone who can help you with that business plan, someone who can help you with whatever this is. And once that someone has helped you, like the Hierophant, you then have to go and finish that business plan. You have to go and do whatever it is that you have to do. But what I'm hearing for you is in that moment of meditation, that moment of contemplation. This is that moment when you're stepping into the energy of getting the help that you need from your guides, from your ancestors, from the people who can give you the keys that you're seeking, so that you can step away from trying and figuring out everything by yourself. Okay, so whatever is happening, the divine is saying that the answer, the keys are going to come in from someone who knows a little bit more than you do, and they can give you the answers, they can give you the keys, they can give you the know-how, so that you can get back to this planning that you're currently doing with clarity. Okay, so I feel that all our cards were really speaking on the same message, in the same language, and so I hope you have enjoyed me showcasing to you the oracle cards, the virtual oracle deck that we have used today. I hope you've enjoyed that. And again, if you want your own copy, there's an option to pre-order, and there's an option where you can get the cards straight away. And when you get the virtual oracle decks, which are the digital copy, they are more cost effective, because of course there's no trees, there's no printing, there's none of that, and so you get them instantly, and so they are a little bit more cost effective than the other ones that are printed. Okay, so this is the message that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will see you soon, and it is a goodbye from me. Bye.